I'm New. I'm here with
Kitty, Belle,
and Chloe.
And we've got something fun for you to do. Now, we've done some other sun catchers. Here is another one. This one right here is made of glue. We poured white glue on top of, let me have the lid, sorry. On top of, inside of our lid, and we waited for it to dry, and we peeled up and made these super cute sun catchers. So, campers, you ready to see what we need to make our sun catchers?
Yeah!
Awesome. Now, to make our glue sun catcher, the first thing we're going to need is a lid. We have another Girl Scout lid here. This was chocolate covered raisins from our fall product sale. They like them. Me, not so much. So, we're going to need a lid, a plastic lid. Again, caregiver's permission. Don't steal this off something because the glue is going to need to dry, so it's going to take a while. So, we need our lid that we can color on. The next thing that we're going to need are some markers. Now this, I probably wouldn't use my best markers for this. Keep in mind that you don't want to cross over markers because the markers, they have to be regular markers because they're kind of going to beat up. They're not going to soak in. A permanent marker will not work because they won't beat up on top of it. We need a marker that's going to beat up on top of what we're doing. So, markers, lid. We're going to need a piece of yarn, some scissors to cut it, a hole punch, and we probably don't want to get our best hole punch out either, just in case. We've got to make sure the glue is all the way dry before we do it. We need our school glue, and then as Kitty's trying to remind me, because I forget, y'all know that all the time, cover your table because we're using markers and glue, and this is going to get a little messy. So, that's part of the reason why we're wearing tie-dye. So if we accidentally get a little marker on our clothes,
It won't hurt us.
It's part of the design. That's right. And again, caregiver's permission. So, campers, are you ready for me to show you how to make your glue sun catchers?
Yeah!
Awesome. Now, the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to take our markers and make a design. As you can see, I don't know if you can see it all, but I can see that the markers are just kind of beating up on top of the plastic. And that is exactly what we're going for. Is that we want it just to beat up on top and not really soak in. And you want to make sure and have some kind of juicy markers. We want to make sure and not go over the other lines. We want to work kind of quickly so this doesn't somehow dry. Yes, I wanted a smiley face with mine. There is my little happy smiley face. So, after we're done with that, we'll go ahead and put our glue on it. Now, we need to be careful. And again, with markers, you don't want to touch the markers because if I touch the green with the black, then it's going to get all over each other, or the pink on the yellow. Know a lot about that marker thing. I grew up originally in Maryland and trying to learn how to color that Maryland flag without turning all my yellow markers black or red. I learned quick. Color order when using markers. Now, you can see, oops, I missed a spot. I did not actually cover the whole thing. You can kind of see a little tiny bit. I'll hold it up so you can see a little bit better. The colors kind of seeping through that glue, you can see. And it's going to kind of spread out. And that's how we're going to end up with our little design. You're going to want to let this dry, put it in a safe space. I guess you could, if you wanted to try, to leave a gap or try and do a little like that to do the extra thing. But I'm just going to use the hole puncher when I'm done to punch a hole in it. So, you got to wait. So, campers, are you ready to make your own glue sun catchers?
Yeah!
Awesome. Well, with this part at least. You can see here, put them down please. I will actually show you kind of close up with Chloe's. I don't want to hold it too long because the glue will start to run. See, hers is already seeping through. Hers did a really good job. Mine's doing it too. They're all doing it a little bit. Put these somewhere safe. That's why we did the glue thin. You don't want to do it super thick. It may never dry if it's thick. So thin glue. And keep it somewhere where it's not going to get wet or knocked over or somebody else get into it. I got to watch my bracelet, huh? I don't want to dip my bracelet into it. So, guess we'll just have to use the magic of video to come back later. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
And we're finished. Now, as you can tell by our clothes, it's been a few days. Took a little bit longer for the glue to dry than we thought it might because it's a little cold in our house. But we're also doing other things. But you can see that most of them, this one popped right off. I was noticing that it's actually shrunk from where I think it started out. I'm not sure exactly, but take this one here. If you need be, this one was still stuck. You just kind of take it and carefully loosen it up and peel off. And as you can tell, for the most part, the lids come out completely clean. But I'll take this one here. The edges, I don't necessarily like these edges. I could always take my scissors and cut around and clean up the edges. Or I could leave them. Not a big deal either way, but I'm going to take my hole punch. And I will punch a hole, figure out where the top is. I think that's the top. And again, caregiver's permission before you go picking out hole punches. You may decide to punch more than one hole. And as you can see, Belle's here, she actually left a dot. You can see that in her glue. So she actually left a dot and doesn't even need a hole punch to do hers. But, so we'll finish this as before. We'll take it. Lark's head knot. Fold in half, pull through. Overhand knot, and we'll leave the instructions on how to do that. And we'll hang it up, and there will be our glue sun catcher. So campers, you ready to finish your sun catchers?
Yeah.
Awesome. And we're finished again, huh? Several were finished in this one. Now, you can see with mine here, by the way, the yarn was like 12 inches or so. I thought it might be fun. I could cut this and maybe make a point on mine so it's a different shape. If you wanted to make a shape on yours other than what the glue poured. Thought that was kind of cute. So, these are an inside sun catcher. These do not go outside. This just regular glue, so it will dissolve if it gets wet. So you want to keep these somewhere where it's not going to get wet. Have fun with your caregiver's permission. Hang it up in front of a window. Awesome. We had fun. Don't forget to clean up your mess, and we'll see you later.
Bye.